Welcome back, grade 1. Now I'm going to introduce something that has been difficult for kids in the past. So I thought this is not a lesson that I want you to try to do on your own. I want to walk you through it. You have this paper, 18-9, in your packet. So go ahead, I'm going to give you a minute to get it out. I went through my cabinets and I found that I have some leftover Hershey's Kisses from Christmas. So I have green and I have silver and I have red. So they're going to help us with our piece today. Okay. So you can pause the video if you need to go get something and then come back and start it again. But what we're going to talk about today is whether or not there is a chance for different events to happen. So if I have these kisses in front of me, can I pick a red one? No. What's the only color that I can choose? Green, because that's all I have. So it is certain that I will pick a green kiss. I cannot pick a red one. I cannot pick a silver one because I don't have them. So it is certain that if I put these in a bag, it's the only thing I put in there, and I reach in and pull one, I am certain to get a green one because that was the only thing that was in there. What is a color that I can't pick? Can't pick blue, I can't pick silver, I can't pick red. The only thing I can get is green. So it is certain that it will be green. It is impossible for me to get red. It is impossible for me to get silver because there weren't any in there. Whoop, and they're flying. They are only the green ones were in there. So how do you know when an event is certain to happen or when it is impossible to happen? Well, it is impossible to happen if it can't happen. And it is certain to happen if it's the only thing that can happen. So that's what we're working on today. Okay? So open up your packet to the middle and let's take a look. If you look at the top of page 574, there is a jar. What do you see in that jar? I see 2 purple yo-yos and I see 2 yellow yo-yos. And it says, what color yo-yo can you pick? You can pick a yellow yo-yo or you can pick a purple yo-yo. Why can't you pick a green yo-yo? Oh, there aren't any green yo-yos in there. So the only reason that you can pick either purple or yellow is because it's the only 2 colors that are in the jar. Slide your finger over to the top of page 575. Look at that jar. I see 4 yellow yo-yos. So in this group, it is certain you will pick a yellow yo-yo. It is impossible for you to pick a purple yo-yo. Why? Because there are no purple yo-yos in the jar. That's why it is certain that you will pick a yellow yo-yo. When you slide your finger across to the last box, it says, in this group, it is certain you will pick a purple yo-yo. It is impossible for you to pick a yellow one. Why? Because in that jar, there are only purple yo-yos. It says it is also impossible to pick an orange yo-yo. Why? Because there are no orange yo-yos in the jar. So if we just go back to the top again and look, in the first jar, what color yo-yo can you pick? Yellow or purple? If you reached your hand in, you're going to get a yellow or a purple. In the second jar, you can only get yellow, so it's certain that it will be yellow and impossible for it to be purple. And in the third jar, it is certain you will pick purple and impossible for you to pick yellow. If you're still struggling with this, back up and watch the beginning of this video again, starting with me looking at the candy kisses, okay? If you're all set, if this makes sense and you're ready to continue, let's look at page 574 where it says guided practice. Is it certain or impossible to pick a purple yo-yo? Circle your answer. So you have your pencil ready. Put your finger on number 1. What do you see in the jar? You see yellow yo-yos. So is it certain or impossible for you to pick a purple yo-yo? That's right, impossible. Why? Because there are no purple yo-yos in that jar. Excellent. Circle the word impossible. Put your finger on number 2. Look at the jar. Is it certain or impossible to pick a purple yo-yo? Well, in this jar, all we see are purple yo-yos. Therefore, it is certain that you will pick a purple yo-yo. Why? It's the only thing in the jar. Circle the word certain. Put your finger on number 3. When you look at the jar, is it certain or impossible to pick a purple yo-yo? Well, there aren't any purple yo-yos there, so it is impossible for you to pick a purple yo-yo. Circle the word impossible. Number 4, look at the jar. Is it certain or impossible for you to pick a purple yo-yo? Again, it is impossible because there are no purple yo-yos in that jar. The bottom of the page it says, do you understand? In exercise 3, is it certain that you will pick a green yo-yo? Well, let's look at the jar in number 3. I see 3 green yo-yos and 1 yellow yo-yo. So is it certain that you'll get a green yo-yo? The answer is no, because you might just grab that 1 yellow yo-yo. So it is not certain. It is only certain if that is the only answer that you could get. If you don't understand that, back up this video, watch it again from the beginning. Okay, for those of you who are ready to go on, look at page 575. You need to have some crayons. So if you need to pause the video here and get out your crayons, you're going to need blue, green, red. If you get a bunch of different colors out, because it's going to ask you to color the yo-yos to make each sentence true. So let's look at number 5. It says, you are certain to pick a blue yo-yo. Go ahead and color those yo-yos to make sure you will certainly pick a blue yo-yo. Do that now. If you colored all 4 yo-yos blue, then you did it correctly. The only way for you to certainly pick a blue yo-yo would be to color all 4 yo-yos blue. Well done. Put your finger on number 6. Color the yo-yos so it is impossible for you to pick a green yo-yo. On those 4 yo-yos, color the yo-yos so it is impossible for you to pick a green yo-yo. Do that now. I know some of you color very quickly, but others color very slowly. So I'm trying to be cognizant of that. But you should be done with number 6, and there should be no green yo-yos. You could have colored them all the same color or 4 different colors, but there cannot be any that would be green. That is the only way for you to make it impossible to get a green yo-yo. Number 7, it says, color the crayons. Make it impossible to pick a red crayon and certain that you will pick a green crayon. Color the crayons. Make it impossible to pick a red crayon and certain that you will pick a green crayon. Go ahead and do that. If you colored all of the crayons green, you are correct. The most important part of the direction was to make it certain that you will pick a green crayon. The other piece of information to pick a red, make it impossible to pick a red crayon, you didn't even need to know that. Because if you are certain that you will pick a green crayon, all the crayons will be green. Good job. Let's look at the back page. It says, solve the problems below. Look at Jack's toys. Which toy could he pick? Circle certain or impossible. So you see Jack on the right-hand side, and there are 3 footballs around him. Is it certain or impossible that he would choose a tennis ball? Circle the correct answer. Is it certain or impossible that he would pick a football? Circle the correct answer. Well, we're looking at that picture. Jack has 3 footballs, so it is impossible for him to pick a tennis ball, and it is certain that he will pick a football. How'd you do? Good job. Last one, number 9. Oh, actually, there's a number 10, sorry. Number 9, look at the balls. Which one is it impossible for Jack to pick from his toys? So I see a football, a basketball, and a softball. So look at A, B, C, and D. Which of those is it impossible for Jack to pick from his toys? If you filled in C, soccer ball, you are correct because he had all the other ones. He did not have a soccer ball. Last one, number 10. It says, draw 3 toys and color them. Make it impossible to pick a white toy and certain that you will pick a brown toy. Do that now. Draw 3 toys and color them. Make it impossible to pick a white toy and certain that you will pick a brown toy. Do that now. You should be finished, and you should have drawn 3 toys, and they should all be brown. That's the way it will be certain that you choose a brown toy. Good job. Go ahead and do page 271, pages 271 and 272 in your book. If you're still unclear about this, let me know in an email or a dojo message. Try looking at the video again and see if it makes sense. Remember, certain is something that is going to happen every time. Impossible is something that can never happen. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.